My name is Jenny. Welcome to my channel, JK Star A Reader. Today I am doing a Saturday Reads. That's right, it's a Saturday Reads for me, and I have a stack of books I want to read this Saturday and into the next week. So let's get going. The first book I have to show you is this one here. It is Our Man in Havana by Greene. So this author has written a series of books based on his experience and knowledge of the different countries that he's been in as a spy for the UK government. And so this is something that I've been meaning to get around to. I actually purchased two books at one go by this author, The Quiet American and this one, Our Man in Havana. And so this one in particular is about the Cuban Revolution, and we'll see where this story goes, because I don't really know the exact plot of it, but this should be a sure way to start off the weekend with this read. So yeah, Our Man in Havana by Greene. The next book I have to show you, it is Raven Stratagem. So it's taken me a while to get to the second book in this trilogy, and it is a space opera type of book that is convoluted and is telling of the technology and the world and the characters that are part of it. And so I am still willing to give it a go, even though it is a bit of an experimental read for many readers who are not used to the pace in which the author is writing. So yeah, Raven Stratagem by Yoon Lee. Next, I have another book to show you, and this book is The Underpainter by Jane Urquhart. So Jane Urquhart is a well-respected author in Canada, and she has written a few different books that touches on the war, the Great War, as well as World War II. And so I thought I'd read the couple books that I have by her, and so this is where I will be starting. I actually was able to find this book at one of the book exchange shelves that was in place at one of the live theater venues downtown. And so I don't know if they still have a book exchange shelf there, but that is where I got this. So yeah, I'll read you a little bit of what it says on the back cover to give you a better sense of what the book is about. So here you go. It says, The Underpainter is a novel of interwoven lives in which the world of art collides with the realm of human emotion. It is the story of Austin Fraser, an American painter now in his later years, who is haunted by memories of those whose lives most deeply touched his own, including a young Canadian soldier and China painter, and the beautiful model who becomes Austin's mistress. Spanning decades, the setting moves from upstate New York to the northern shores of the Great Lakes, from France in World War I to New York City in the 20s and 30s, brilliantly depicting landscape and the geography of the imagination. The Underpainter is Jane Urquhart's most accomplished novel to date. And this novel was released in 1997. So an older book by Canadian author Jane Urquhart. Next, I have another book that I want to show you, and this is my library book pick of the week. And so this one is Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. So this author recently released a book based on King Arthur legends, and so before diving into her more recent works, I decided to go back to her backlist catalog and found this book at the library. And so this one is a time-traveling adventure story in the sea where people are trapped in a bottle, it seems. So that's based on the cover art, and so I'll see where this goes. It's been a few years since this book made its rounds on book 2, so I'll see how it unfolds as a reader many years later when the hype is not so great for this author's works. So yeah, Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. A few more books to show you. This book is The Best Kind of People by Zoe Whittall. So this book actually made it to the last video, and so far I have made it to about the 100-page mark of this book and plan to continue reading it in the near future. And so I'll see where it goes. It has to do with a teacher who is well respected in the community, accused of sexual impropriety at his school with some of his students during a class trip. And so yeah, The Best Kind of People by Zoe Whittall. And another book I have to show you. This book is my copy of Art of War and 2 other pieces of writing from classical Chinese literature. And so I am slowly making my way through this book. I have so far written down the first chapter in Art of War and plan to continue writing out the different chapters, where there are 13 in total. And so it's a way for me to improve my language writing skills and also get to know the text more as someone who speaks at least one of the Chinese languages. So yeah, Art of War as well as 2 other texts in this volume. This portion of the video will be for books I have recently acquired, and so this is a mini haul portion of the video. And so here it goes. The first book is Ace of Spades by Faridah Àbíké-Íyímídé. So I don't think I pronounced that name correctly. Hopefully I gave it a good try, so hopefully I'll be able to find the correct pronunciation online sometime soon after this video. So yeah, so Ace of Spades is a YA title that I actually had in my collection for a while. I purchased the hardcover copy when it was first released, but I believe I donated it to one of the big charity book sales that are in my city. And so I had to get the paperback version, which was released at the end of June. And so because I hadn't actually read it before, I donated the hardcover copy. So now that I have the paperback copy, I'm very intrigued to start as soon as possible, even though I have other reading commitments to make. So yeah, Ace of Spades by Faridah Àbíké-Íyímídé. Next are 2 library books that I acquired recently as part of my mini haul in this video. And this one is Lucian Child. That's the author, and the book title is Dreaming Home. And so yeah, this is a new title. I don't know too much about the author, and I just saw it at the library when I was there to return a book. And so I got it out of a whim, I guess. And so let's see what this book is about. So it says, when a sister's casual act of betrayal awakens their father's demons, one spawned by his time in Vietnamese POW camps, the effects of the ensuing violence against her brother ripple out over the course of 40 years, from Lu Bok to San Francisco, to Fort Lauderdale. Swept up in this arc, the members of this family and their loved ones tell their tales. A queer coming of age and coming to terms, and a poignant exploration of all the ways we search for home. Dreaming Home is the unforgettable story of the fragmenting of an American family. So yeah, this is a slim volume of a book, but it seems to be a fairly interesting story to get into. Without knowing too much of the book, it seems to be a fairly tackling sensitive and poignant subjects. So yeah, Dreaming Home by Lucian Child. And finally, one more book, and this is one of my mini haul books, and it is also from the library. So this book is Home Remedies by Xuan, Juliana, Wang. So this is a book of short stories, and I believe it was released in 2019. And so I was happy to have been able to find it at the library when I went recently. And so, yeah, this should take a little time to read. I typically ignore the many short story collections that I have, but I'll try to make this a priority in the upcoming week or so. So yeah, Home Remedies by Xuan, Juliana, Wang. Okay, that's it for me for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!